Hey BC Kids Leaders, Pastor Sam here with this week's update and announcements. I am so glad to come to you today after a long Labor Day weekend. We had a really good weekend. Attendance was a little low, but that's to be expected. We missed many of you here as well, and so we look forward to seeing you this coming weekend, this Sunday. Just a couple of quick things, as well as our devotional and an update. First of all, I want to share with you that this week you'll be getting links to the BC Kids Leader training videos 4 and 5. So you'll see those in the comments as well as get them in the email. So be sure to look over those. Again, some of those videos begin out with talking about your roles, whether it's small group leader or praise team leader or behind the scenes leader. Talks about how you can win in your role, and we're really excited to see, and we want to hear stories of how you win. If you succeed at something in class and you have a child succeed at something, whether it's learning a Bible verse or getting through an issue or a struggle they have, we want to hear about it. We also want to hear when other leaders in your classroom, say your assistants or admins, when they win. We want to hear and we want to celebrate that right here on these videos so everybody can celebrate together. Because remember, at the beginning of the year, I said that we are a community. We are a team together. So speaking of, as a leader, you all are investing in the kids upstairs and even in their families. And one of the books that I've read in past years is this book here called Not Normal: 7 Quirks of a Not Normal or Incredible Volunteer. That includes many of you. And it talks in one chapter about renting versus owning. And it says this: renters they only want to invest a little because renting is temporary, it's problem-free, right? You put your problems on the landlord or somebody else. It's less costly. Of course, in today's world, renting is almost or more than. And then it's a short-term commitment. You do it, you lease a year at a time or 2 years at a time or whatever. On the other hand, an owner, someone who is all in, and that's many of you who are all in to the mission of this church. Owners are in it for the long haul. They're problem solvers. They're trash picker-uppers. They're big spenders. You see, renters versus owners is a big deal. With a renter, you're there to check off something, to do something off of your list. But when you're an owner, you get that special key, and it's yours. You have a greater burden, a greater responsibility, and it comes at a cost, right? Owning comes at a cost. Renting very rarely does. And Jesus was an owner because he bought us with a price, his own life. And so I want all of you to become owners of the Bear Creek Kids Ministry. I want you to invest so much that when there's an issue in your class, you don't pawn it off on somebody else, like a staff person, or you may ask for their advice and we're ready to help you. But you feel responsible enough to say, I'm getting to know this child and this family, and I'm going to take some of this upon myself to help. Maybe I can pray for them more. Maybe I can show up in their life in some crazy way, surprising way. Maybe I can help them out at Christmas time. Maybe I can just come alongside and say, how can I help you? That's what an owner does, and I want each and every one of you to become an owner because it will change their lives and your life. All right, well, that's today's devotional, and I just want to say that I'm praying for you, and I can't wait to see you this week, this Sunday. One more thing I want to encourage you specifically on is that we have a Belong membership class coming up on Sunday, September 24th, right after service. Now, some of you are members. You've been a part of Bear Creek for many years. You've gone through the process. You give faithfully. You serve faithfully. But some of you aren't members. What does that mean? What does that entail? I gotta say, you need to find out. And so for those of you who aren't members of Bear Creek, you haven't gone through the process of becoming a member, I strongly encourage you to sign up. We're going to include the sign up with your email, and we'll be sending it out as well. So I want you to be a part of that and hear from Pastor David, Pastor Tim, and some other staff as well. We get to enjoy lunch together. There's childcare available, and it's a great, just about an hour's worth of your time that you become even more of an owner of Bear Creek Church. Well, That's all for today. Thank you so much for taking these 5 minutes and listening to me blather on about all kinds of cool things. And I can't wait to see you this Sunday.